here we are again. Welcome back, boys and girls. It's been a little break. When we left off, we were talking about the Clovis people, and I was going to read you a story. This is a fictional account of Boricao. It's a story. Fictional account means a story of the Clovis people, written by Jack Ewing from his book Where Tapirs and Jaguars Once Roamed. So here we go. Boricao, leader of the small hunting band, and I just made up that pronunciation, I'm not really sure how you say it, paused in the shade of a gnarled and weathered oak. The rest of the group cautiously emerged from the forest. The men scanned the shoreline, awed by the body of water. A light mist hung over the water, reluctant to dissipate and rise into the soft rays of the morning sunlight. They had seen the vast waters of the sea, but this body of water was different. Land was visible on all sides. "The gods have created this place," declared the leader. "As surely as the sun crosses the sky, the hunting gods have guided us to this magical place. It's an omen. The hunting will be successful. Of that I am certain." The hunters stood on a small rise, surveying their surroundings. All were short by modern-day standards, heavy-set, with thick, stout legs and arms. All had coal-black hair, hanging more or less to their shoulders, in ragged, tangled locks which had been hacked off with the sharp, fluted edge of a glassy stone. Facial hair was non-existent, but thick, curly hair covered parts of their arms and legs. Hairy chests were covered with apron-like furs, bound on the sides with strips of leather. Boricao stood out from the rest with his magnificent apron fashioned from the skin of jaguar, a large spotted cat. Can you guess which that one might be? The hunters scanned every visible nook of shoreline, searching for game. The people needed meat. Over a week ago they had finished eating their last kill, a giant ground sloth, which they called Cuclao. "Coiba," said Boricao simply, nodding at a young man of no more than 14 years. "Like, he's younger than Michael," glanced toward the leader, who pointed upward with his thumb. The boy leapt onto the buttress roots and scampered up the bole of an oak, nearly 15 times his own height, and into the orchid-laden crown. From his observation post, the young hunter could see much more of the extensive lake shore than his tribesmen. "Tofanto," he called, after only a moment. Coiba pointed in the direction where he had sighted game and quickly descended to the base of the tree. "A big one, around the next bend near the mouth of the stream," said Coiba. "Can you imagine if Michael was the hunter of your tribe?" "No, I'm sure we've complete trust in him to be the lookout. You can climb trees, for sure. Yeah, like you guys could do that, totally. It'd be fun." "One Tofanto is apart from the group, foraging at the edge of the woods," Coiba related the exact position of the toxodont he called Tofanto, which is a large herbivorous mammal. Herbivorous. How do you say that? "He only ate plants. Mammal, weighing well over a ton and reminiscent of the rhinoceros." And here's a picture, actually, of them scoping out their game. These guys are extinct now. Remember we talked about that a couple chapters ago? Yeah. Boricao listened carefully, then turned and set out at a fast pace along the shore. 11 hunters followed in single file. After several hundred paces, the band rounded a bend, and the creature came into view. Standing at the edge of the stream in a mucky cove with mud up to its knees, the Tofanto was grazing on some grassy plants. Another dozen of the magnificent animals were foraging at least 150 paces back into the clearing. The Clovis hunters focused their attention on the lone beast. Knowing from experience that Tofanto's sense of vision was limited, they were concerned it would spot them. Barikau wasted few words in explaining the hunting strategy. It was a practiced technique they all knew well and had used successfully on large game. One of the youngsters, a boy of 9,